This tutorial explains how to draw a ggplot2 legend at the bottom of the plot in multiple rows using the R programming language. So without too much talk, let's dive into the R code. In this video I will show you an example, and this example is based on the data frame that we can create with lines 2 to 4 of the code. So if you run these lines of code, you can see at the top right of RStudio that a new data frame object is appearing, which is called data. And if you click on this data frame, a new window is opened. And in this window, you can see the structure of our data frame. So as you can see, our data frame contains 5 rows and 3 columns, whereby the first 2 columns X and Y contain numeric values, and the third column is a group indicator. Now let's assume that we want to draw these data using the ggplot2 package. Then we also need to install and load the ggplot2 package, as you can see in lines 6 and 7. I have installed the package already, so for that reason I'm just going to load it with line 7 of the code. So after running this line of code, we are able to use the functions of the ggplot2 package, such as ggplot and gonPoint, as you can see in lines 9 and 10. So if you run these lines of code, you can see that at the top right of RStudio, a new plot object is appearing, which is called ggp. And we can draw this plot to the bottom right of RStudio by running line 11 of the code. So after running this line of code, you can see at the bottom right that we have created a new ggplot2 scatter plot, which is showing our 5 data points. And you can see that this plot contains a legend, which is currently shown on the right side of the plot and in only one column. Now let's assume that we want to move this legend to the bottom of the plot. Then we can apply the code that you can see in lines 13 and 14. So in line 13 of the code, I'm specifying the name of our plot object that we have created before. So in this case, our plot object is called ggp. And then I'm adding to this the theme function. And within the theme function, I'm specifying the legend.position argument to be equal to bottom. So if you run lines 13 and 14 of the code, you can see that our plot is updated, and this time the legend of our plot is shown at the bottom of the plot. However, at this point you can also see that the legend is shown in only one row. So especially when you are dealing with many different groups in your data, you might want to draw your legend in multiple rows. And this is what I'm showing in the next part of the tutorial, starting in line 16 of the code. So lines 16 and 17 are exactly the same as in lines 13 and 14. However, this time I'm adding to this the guides function. And within the guides function, I'm specifying the color argument to be equal to guide legend. And within the guide legend function, I'm specifying that I want to show our legend in 2 rows. So if you run lines 16 to 18 of the code, you can see that our plot is updated once again, and this time our legend is shown at the bottom of the plot in 2 rows. That's all I wanted to explain in this video. In case you want to learn more on this topic, you may check out my homepage, statisticsglobe.com, because on my homepage I have recently published a tutorial in which I'm explaining the content of this video in some more detail. I will put a link to this tutorial into the description of the video, so you can find it there. If you have liked this video, or if you have any questions, let me know in the comments section below. I'll try to respond to all comments as soon as I can. Furthermore, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel to get notified about future video releases. I have already published about 500 videos on this channel, and I'm releasing new videos on a daily basis. Thanks a lot for watching. See you in the next video.